Well, our next story is the Ray Rice story coming out of Baltimore, and everybody knows the deal with this one. A 2-game suspension levied down, a lot of uproar, then a video comes out, and then all of a sudden it's a more serious issue, and now he's suspended indefinitely. He's going to miss his contract terminated with Baltimore. I think they botched this whole thing entirely, Doug. But for more on this, we're going to welcome in a voice that seems like a very capable and worthy one. A one we haven't heard much of is the female voice, Rashan Ali from Headline News. She's very accomplished in the sports field and in the media business altogether. So, Rashan, my first question for you is, how badly did the NFL get this one, initially giving 2 games to a terminated contract and a suspended indefinitely situation?
I think that they knew immediately after handing down that suspension that they were wrong. 2 games, it totally devalued a woman and a woman's life. I don't really think that the NFL really took the proper steps into finding the video, being that the fact that TMZ said nobody asked them about it, the hotel said nobody from the NFL contacted them. I think that they were trying to really brush this under the rug. And when the video surfaced, they were like, oh, my goodness. So that's the value they put on a woman being hit, of her lifeless body being in an elevator shaft. 2 games. That's what it was. I mean, there have been more suspensions for marijuana usage. There have been a suspension for a dog's life, Michael Vick, and him having to serve years in, some time in prison, and him to lose an entire year over a dog. We're talking about a woman's life. This is what the value that they put on a woman's life. 2 games. So now they're playing, oh my gosh, now the video shows what really happened. So what did you think really happened in the elevator for her to be lifeless on the floor? She just fell? He had to have hit her. You had to make that assumption. There are smart men in the NFL who have made that assumption that something happened in the elevator for her to end up on the floor lifeless.
Rashan, you and I are really close, and whether I had you here on the show or not, I was going to ask you this question. Janay Rice, her comments, she put the Instagram up and the statement she made. As a woman, how do you feel about, where do you think she is? What place is she coming from putting those words up?
Well, Doug and Jordan, I don't know what place she's coming from because I've never been a battered woman. Because people are making all of these assumptions, are making all of these comments to her and about her and what she should do. If you've never been an abused woman, you cannot make any type of assumption. You can't make any type of comment because there's a different type of mental abuse. There is a whole different type of psychology that comes with an abused woman. I can say what I think I would have done, but I don't know that. But please don't place judgment on Janay Rice because if you've not walked in her shoes, it is unfair to make an assessment.
Well, here at Brashtag, we made the conscious decision not to show that video because that's one thing I kind of took issue with is people glorifying and sensationalizing this story by showing the video, the horrific video of him swinging on his wife and knocking her out. But the question I have for you, Rashan, I've gone back and forth with this one, is the fact that should Ray Rice be given the chance to rehabilitate himself and find himself back in the NFL? You look at other guys who've done equally heinous crimes, in my opinion, it equates to killing somebody.
Yes.
Josh Brent on the road, killing his best friend with the hit and run, the driving under the influence. You have Dante Stallworth with the hit and run, killing a man. And these guys got second chances in the NFL. Does Ray Rice deserve the same situation?
I absolutely believe that he does because the thing about this life, it's all about a second chance. Now, what he does with this opportunity, and I'm going to say it's an opportunity, is going to determine how he finishes out the rest of his life. I believe in people being rehabilitated for so many things, and this is no different. It's what he does with it. If he lays low, if he does it again, or if he says, let me become an advocate for people, for men, for black men in particular, who have been able to rehabilitate themselves and live a healthy life. I'm more concerned about him. Where does the anger come from? If you saw it, obviously we saw the video. I know you guys looked at it. You may have chosen not to broadcast it, but it looks like this type of behavior he was very used to it because he didn't even react in any kind of way. Oh my God, I just hit my wife. I hit my girlfriend. She's laying on the floor. He looked like this is something that has happened over and over again. How is he going to become a better person from that? And how is Janay going to heal at the same time? Let's not forget about her. And they have a child who may be witnessing this. It's a bigger picture than can he get back into the NFL? How is he going to be better as a man?
Rashan, that is very powerful insight on a very problematic issue going on in society as a whole, but definitely in the National Football League. Rashan Ali, you can find her on Headline News. Rashan, thank you for the time.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.